Hello, everybody. Welcome in. It's Drama Free Friday again. All day long, people. All day long. Hello, Purple Nana. How are you? Good to see you. Good to have you join me. It's Drama Free Friday. Hello, Sherry. Hi, Barbara Clark. Hello, Shu. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Linda, and hello, Tim. May have to take a break after a while and go get something hot to drink, but right now I'm drinking something cold, which is unusual. Yes, it is Drama Free Friday. I have been pretty much in a race all morning to get here. I just now found my table. That's a big thumbs up. Speaking of thumbs up, if you would like to give the stream a thumbs up, that'd be great. Sue up on Tuesday. Surgery up? Due. Trying to keep drama free as due up on Tuesday. Hey, Susan. I was trying to decipher your message, Purple Nana. Hi, Dana. Welcome, everybody. Sorry, I'm watching the chat over here. I'll try to... Shh. Don't anybody call the cat. He's somewhere else, and I don't know where. Don't make a noise. If any of you people call him and lure him into this studio right now, you're in trouble. Elvis is in the house. Hello, Elvis. I'm glad to see you're here. I'm glad to have you guys join me today. It is Drama Free Friday all day long, I hope. That's the plan anyway. That is the plan. Yeah, I had to go mail some packages today, and so I opted to go to take them to FedEx rather than stand at the line in a line. Sorry, I'm still trying to organize my desk here, my table. Rather than go try to fight the USPS. Hi, Mina. Hello. ARH, I forgot your name. Put it in the chat, would you? I forgot your name. Hi, Gail. Yes. Mina, I haven't seen you in chat for a long time. It's so good to have you here. Welcome to each and every one of you. So I had to go mail some packages. Believe it or not, I walked in there and I walked right up to the desk. I couldn't believe it. Of course, I didn't get them wrapped till this morning. Why was that? Because last night when I should have wrapped them, I was too tired. My body just flat gave out. You guys ever have that trouble where you're just doing 100 and you're doing, and all of a sudden all the steam goes out of you and you go, chew, and it's like your body just powers down? Sometimes it's my head that powers down. Lately, it's been kind of like this. Some days it's like this, it's a little bit crackers around here. It's a little bit crackers. Anyway, who cares, right? Angela. Thank you, Angela. Thank you. Oh, good. Yes, absolutely, Angela. Will do. Mina's schedule finally gave her a break. Good deal. Yeah. Purple Nana says, it is a nightmare trying to send anything to the UK. It's a nightmare for everybody trying to send anything anywhere. Hey, Kimberly. Kimberly, I got your package. And when you said you hoped that I would laugh or smile or something, I laughed my rear end off. I'm going to show it. Thank you for making me laugh. Thank you for making me laugh, Kimberly. Anyway, so yeah, so I went down, had to go downtown, which is not very far here, but still takes a few minutes. Had to drive downtown. You have to park with meters, which means you have to feed the meter, because if you don't, they come along, the little meter maid comes along and tickets your car. And it's a nice, healthy little fine if they ticket your car. So it's always better to just feed the meter. The meter's hungry. And so I had to do that. And then it's cold here today. It was blowing and cold. Oh my goodness. I'll tell you what. Well, the day started out where I couldn't get out of bed. I was just like, I had my alarm set nice and early, and I just kept hitting the snooze and hitting the snooze and hitting the snooze. And I'm like, you got to get out of this bed, girl. You got to get up. You got stuff to do. I just kept hitting the snooze button. By the time I finally got up and got myself partially ready, then don't you know, I get a phone call, and somebody's coming over to see me, and like, I'm in the driveway, and I'm like, oh, not a good idea. Like, I just, you know how that is, where you're just like, maybe you should leave it in the garage, or maybe you should leave it on the front porch, or maybe you should, whatever you got can't be that important, but you know how it is, people. So the day started off with a race, and then it just kept on racing. And anyway, got the packages wrapped, got them shipped. That's good news. And they're going to be delivered, according to FedEx, on Sunday and Monday. So that's nice. I didn't even expect them to get there before the holiday, so that was nice. Hello, Nettie. Good to see you. Hey, Janet. Janet M. Young is in the house. Good to see you. I missed you on Monday. Hi, Miss Allie. This is a live show. I'm Barb Owen, by the way, of HowToGetCreative.com. This is a live show. I'm talking to a live chat group. So if you are watching the recording, first of all, thank you for watching. If you're watching the recording, you can always scroll through the chat parts if you wish. Let's see. It was so cold today. It was just super cold and windy. I mean, temperature's not that bad. It was about freezing here, but man, it just was bone chilling. So, hello, Linda. Yeah, the sponsor is quiet, and I think he must be snuggled up against the hot heat register in the guest room. You'll know if he wakes up. You'll know that, right? Hello, Signa. You're here. We're just starting. Yes, we are. I'm just chatting, shooting the breeze here for a little bit. We're going to do some jelly plate printing today. At least that's the plan. We're going to look at some stuff I got in the mail. -7. That's going to be chilly. Yeah, that's going to be chilly. So anyway, I did that. Got done with all that mailing stuff and got headed back toward my side of town and had to go get some groceries because I have something I need to take tomorrow. I know, so I have to make something tonight. Actually, I have to make sweet petals tonight. You guys remember sweet petals? We used to make sweet petals on Christmas Eve with you guys. Yeah, that was a good memory. We did that a bunch of times. The last time we did sweet petals together, Clausman he was deep into the sugar by then. He could really load the sugar on those sweet petals. I'm like, woo. Anyway, I got to make sweet petals tonight. For a thing I'm going to tomorrow, and let's see what else. And I had to find my desk today for you guys because it was hopeless. It was a hopeless mess. So, Purple Net, you watched every time, did you? Can I send some to you, Janet? I would love to. Hey, Tori. would love to send you some sweet petals. I don't think they'd be worth a rip by the time they got there. My stepdaughter and her family used to make them they would go to the store and buy the rolls it was like rolls that were frozen, but they were not baked. So it was dough. In essence, it was the hard work was done for you. And so they would thaw those out instead of making the dough, which I like the dough. I like the buttermilk roll recipe, bread recipe for the dough, because I like the contrast of the tang from the buttermilk bread and the sweetness of the coating and stuff. But anyway, the shortcut is to buy a bag of those rolls, thaw them out, and then you can take the roll, which, it's a hunk of dough like that, and you can cut them about in half or maybe even less, maybe thirds, and roll them into strips, and then use the brown sugar, and cinnamon mixture, and then melted butter. And so you can shortcut the whole process and make the sweet petal thing. So you can go back and you can search on my channel, because all those videos are still up. So there was one every Christmas Eve for a number of years. Hope you're doing well. Nanette, hello. Judy. Let's see. Robert eats anything. So if you're pining for a sweet petal fix, the sweet petal streams are on here. I won't be doing them on Christmas Eve this year. And yeah, good memories, huh? Those were good memories. I'm looking forward to doing them again. Yeah, gonna be fun. So let's see. So I had to go. The point of that was I had to go to the grocery store. So I've gone downtown, wrapped Christmas presents. I've done all that stuff. Then and then I get myself in a funk over that, and then I get out of the funk. And then I go to the grocery store. And so I go in the grocery store. I park where I can get. There was a great place. I could just go in and get a cart and get in. And I go in, there's no carts. What? There's no carts? So I go to the opposite end of the store, which is, opposite where I park my car. And I go out there, and there's one cart. And then a lady comes out with her cart, and she's taking her bags out. I snatched up that cart. And I left the single cart for somebody else. It's like, where did all the carts go? Anyway, then I go inside. There's a guy in the produce section whose name is Monty. I forgot what his full name is. It's something like Monticello, but I know that's not right. It's a long, I don't know what it is. Anyway, it goes by Monty for short. And he has the best smile in the entire store. And I'm in there often enough, because that's where I usually go to write. And I'm often in the store often enough, and he works in produce, and he is so sweet to me. And he always says, hey, ma'am. Can't remember my name, so he calls me ma'am. You're old when you get called ma'am, right? And so we chatted a minute, and I had seen him at a basketball game last weekend, and he had actually stopped at the basketball game to say hello to me. He's young enough to be my grandkid, but he just has the nicest smile. He brightens that entire store, let me tell you. If you don't think that a smile makes a difference, it does. It does. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Let me check the chat here. You like to watch the sweet petals come to life, says Elvis. I'm just checking the chat. You liked us watching us make those, Tori said. Oh, Cigna's in a snowstorm. Woo! It's late in your world, isn't it, Cigna? 10 degrees. Mine is 10 degrees in south of Norway. Ooh, that's going to be cold. Hi, Hildegunn. Good to see you. Good to see you. Just reading through the chat here just a second. Nettie says no funk this year. Okay, I'm trying. Oh no, Janet has to go to the DMV and the grocery store. Janet, Janet, may your DMV visit be as quick and seamless as possible. and please God, don't let Janet kill anybody in the grocery store. Amen. Hey, Joan. She's gonna go buy junk food. That'll be good. Judy gets called ma'am often. It's awful, isn't it? When you start getting called ma'am. Well, whatever. So, amen to that, Janet. Amen to that. Hey, Kathy. Oh, it's so good to see you guys. Thank you for joining me today. Hey, Jan, Lady True North Jan. Hello to you and Mr. Quail Hill. I know, right, Janet? I can always hope, though. I can always hope. Oh, tell Mr. Bear I said hello, Jan. Okay. I'm drinking. If I make terrible faces, it's because I'm drinking unsweetened cranberry juice, which I actually sweetened with a tiny bit of stevia. Whew! Even with a little stevia in it, that stuff is tart. It is tart, tart, tart. Okay. So today is December 16th. I have made it. Mr. Bear salutes me with his bean juice. Thank you, Mr. Bear. Today is December 16th. I have made it officially halfway through this month, you guys. This month has been a draggy month for Barb. I've made it officially halfway through this month. I thank you all. Many of you have been so supportive, and thank you for that. So I'm halfway through the month. I'm on the downhill slide of this month, and I am grateful about that. I have planned things to do pretty much every day this month. I've missed a couple days, and those were pretty brutal days. And but the rest of the time, when I had something to do and people to spend time with, it's been great. I'm just being honest with you, just telling you the truth. Yeah, it's just been a little. It's been a little like that. Anyway, today we're going to do some fun stuff. I will hopefully be streaming on Monday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern. That is my plan at the moment. I have to be honest with you and tell you that if something goes south and I don't feel like emotionally I'm up to doing it and I'm not here, you'll just know that that she's on a rip and you don't want to see me anyway. So if everybody will just kind of just be patient, I appreciate it, and I will be here anytime I can. So I'm planning with all good intentions to be here Monday evening, my Monday evening, which is 8 p.m. Eastern. And then I will not be back. I will not be back probably until sometime after the first of the year. I don't know exactly when that is, but I won't be back until then, unless I just kind of have some, like some, impromptu kinds of things where I just jump on and do something. Okay? Exactly, Jan. Exactly. I just have intentions, and then I just see if I can live up to them. Just see if I can live up to them. So you can pass the word along about that if you'd like to. Hopefully after the first of the year, I will get back to sending out social media blasts regarding streams and stuff. I just, I would like to say I've got it all together, but I don't. And I just, some days are not so good. Hello, Jane. Good to see you. I may do that, Barbara. I just don't know. I just don't know. That's just one of those those dates right in there that week are real sticky right now. Actually, it's a sticky blooming month. It's a sticky blooming month. Hello, Ray. Okay, so I was going to show you that I put this stuff on my hands just a little bit ago, and then I'm going to put this out of the way. This is gloves in a bottle because we're going to do some jelly plate printing using a Jelly Arts jelly plate. It's such a mouthful, and this will help me get the paint off my hands. So I'm going to get that out of the way. I'm going to show you some stuff that I got in the mail, and I got a treasure box over here we're going to go through because it was really fun. Anyway, okay. We don't need that one. All right, this card, I gotta open it back up, came from CB, our CB that comes to visit in the chat and chat with us. I don't know that she's here. But she does, CB her real name is Carol. She does the most gorgeous cards, you guys. I mean, she really does. Beautiful cards. And if you don't follow her on Instagram, you should. She put a bunch of her cards that she's doing on Instagram so everyone could see them. The different styles. I mean, she doesn't do anything halfway, you know? Judy got a CB card. I really appreciate the cards I've got. Now, I don't think I'm going to get any cards sent this year, so any of you that like sending cards and you've sent me cards and I don't return one, my apologies. It isn't probably going to happen this year. Anyway, I had good intentions, but you know where that path leads. This is the die cut, and then there's a lot. I think the rest of this is all inked. It's beautifully done. It's just always beautifully done. Then this is added inside CB 22. And then she also did a little Christmas letter, which is really nice. And so that was really sweet. But isn't that pretty? Don't you love this little rabbit? So cute. So cute. Yes, so cute. I know, right? Yes, Jan, Lady True North uses the Jackie Lawson cards, e-cards, and they're always beautiful. And Jan and Mr. Bear are so good about sending cards. It's so kind. I'm terrible about doing it. Terrible. This one is from Brenda Haley, who is G3 Brenda. That's her handle. This is her artwork, and it's beautiful, as always. She always does beautiful art that I think she copies it. I think. And it looks like a color copy to me that she attaches to the card front. But she always does the sweetest little images. So this is from Brenda with a handmade stamp on the inside. Merry Christmas, Bard. I'm so proud of how you put together your new normal. Here's to a great 2023. New normal. For real, you guys. For real. The raccoon is sweet, isn't it? I know. So sweet. This one is from Dee Dee, our Dee Dee Willingham. Beautiful card. As always, beautiful card. She's so kind to continue sending me cards. And this one is from, I don't know if any of you remember, she hasn't been in the chat for a long time, but this is from Vicki Barton, she lives in Colorado and is an incredible watercolorist. And she and her husband came to visit us several times, at least twice. One of the funny things about them is that there's a restaurant here in town called, the name of it's Murray's. And Murray's has eggplant. And it's they're cut in, I don't know if they're frozen or if they cut them fresh. I don't know. But anyway, they look like French fries when they come out. They're coated, excuse me, they're coated in a kind of a light coating, very light coating, and then they're flash fried. And they look like French fries when you get them, but it's eggplant, which, the first time I tried it, I'm like, I don't know about this. Oh my goodness, it was delicious. Absolutely, they're delicious. So anytime we go there with somebody, we always get eggplant as an appetizer. I have been known to go there and have eggplant only for the whole meal. That's my meal, because it comes on a big, platter like so. It's delicious. And then they have it's kind of like a ranch dressing, but it's their homemade, it's something else. It's probably peppercorn ranch or something, but it's something that's a house dressing that you dip it in. Oh goodness, it is so good. It is so good, honestly. I've never had their eggplant when it wasn't good. And that was one of the things Claus Man loved. He loved the eggplant until he forgot that he loved it. And the last time I took him there, I said, "Do you want eggplant?" I didn't realize how far we were down the dementia rabbit hole. And he said, "Well, I don't know." And he said, "Do I like it?" And I thought, ooh. I said, "Yeah, it's one of your favorite things. I bet you'll really like it this time too." Okay. And it was all new experience for him. All new. Anyway, we went there with Vicki and her husband, and we had eggplant, and then they have a steak sandwich, which is really a really nice piece of steak. That they have bread with it, but it's like you don't need that bread. I mean, the steak is nice and thick, and it's delicious, absolutely delicious. So we had eggplant, and then steak sandwich, And so they were thinking about that for a long time. So it wasn't too many. It was like maybe the next year or so they came back, and because they wanted to go to Murray's again, because they'd been dreaming about eggplant and steak sandwiches. Hello, Dorothy. Do you all know that Dorothy has a birthday coming up? Wish her a happy birthday. It's coming up the end of this month. So, yeah. So anyway, this was from Vicki, and it's a beautiful card. Whether it's a handmade card or a store-bought card, it's just nice to get a card. So it is just really sweet, very sweet. So any of you that remember Vicki Barton, that's Vicki. All right, so that is that, and then I got a little package from our Kimberly that's in the chat. Okay, Kimberly 557, I think it is. Kimberly, are you still here? I want to make sure she's here. Nettie's birthday is also this month. Good for you, Nettie. Happy birthday to you. Kimberly 557, there she is. Okay, so this was in the package, which was really sweet little. Looks like it's made from a lunch bag. Kimberly can tell you. That's what it looks like. I don't know if it is, but anyway, it has, the way that she did it, it has two little compartments in it. Of course, I disassembled it, and but this is nice. This is fabric with some lace. I love this little star. I love this little ornament right here. Love this. Love the whole thing. It's going to go in my journal, of course. And then it has this little could be a card, could be a journaling spot. Anyway, the whole thing's going to go in my journal. So there you go. But I wanted to show it to you before I stuck it in my journal. And then she sent me this. And she said, let's see, does this come out of here? Yeah. Okay, so there's a card. Home for the holidays. And a sweet note. Merry Christmas. Just wanted you to know I was thinking about you and sending some love, Kimberly. Sweet little card. Love the little card. I love anything that's a shaped card like that. And then she sent this, and the tag says, thought this might make you laugh. Hope I'm right. Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Okay. This is what she sent. And when I read that, I laughed until I was basically on the floor. Anybody with me? Anybody with me? Her handwriting is beautiful, isn't it? I know, you guys. If that doesn't make you laugh, I don't know what will. I don't know what will. But look how nice. She does a really nice job with the collaging and just, putting things together. It was just really cool. Thank you, Kimberly. I did laugh. I did have to laugh. I know, right? Hi, Linda. I know. Kimberly, I know that was risky because some people are not going to receive that very well. However, you must know me. You must have figured out that something like that would be... She says in the chat, she says, I felt like that was appropriate this year. Yeah. I know. So funny. So funny. Absolutely made me laugh. It was great. It was great. That would make me laugh any year, but this year in particular it did. So, anyway. So, this came in the mail it arrived earlier this week or last week. I'm not sure which. Anyway, came from my niece, who has been in the hospital this week. And so any of you that feel so inclined to send good energy, thoughts, or pray for my niece and her family, and also for my sister. I have a couple of sisters having some issues right now. Anyway, that'd be great. So my niece sent this to me, and I had never seen anything like this before. Okay, let's see. What is Dorothy saying? Container with a wonderful winter flower arrangement. How nice. How nice. Thank you, Nettie. So this was the box that she sent. 3M, and she also, the other thing she sent, which I was shocked, did not expect. She sent me a box of pecans, like these jumbo pecans that are already picked out of the shell. That is a blessing to have them picked out of the shell. Let me just tell you that, because I hate picking nuts out of shells. Me and my mom and dad would pick pecans. They would always buy them cracked, but then they would sit for night after night after night picking pecans out of the shells. And I'm like, I will pay whatever it costs. If I want pecans, I am going to go pay whatever it costs to buy them picked. I am not going to pick them out of the shell. So when she sent me this, it's a big plastic bag full of these jumbo pecans. They come from someplace down south. Oh my goodness. Delish and beautiful. I've already sampled them. Your parents were nut pickers too, Judy. Oh, hi, Kellyanne. If I miss saying hello to you, thank you. Thank you for coming in and being here with us. Janet, that doesn't surprise me that you like picking nut pecans. Janet, that doesn't surprise me at all. That anybody that has a whole room dedicated to rulers and protractors and other measuring devices, and lettering guides, does not surprise me that you would also like to pick nuts out of the shells. Hi, Becky. Anyway, so she sent me this. So I thought I would just show you all the goodies that were inside this. It's a whole assortment of 3M products. And so there's a couple of masks in here. A new pair of scissors. I haven't gone through this yet, so we're going to go through it all together. High quality, durable stainless steel blade. Smooth cutting action. Great for photos, papers, and crafts. 10-year limited warranty. Well, I wonder how long this will last me in my studio. I put stuff through its paces when it comes to the studio. It's not going to have a 10-year shelf life here. That is for sure. Okay. Scotch Brite microfiber dusting cloth. This makes me laugh. This makes me laugh because if you guys watched any of Tim Holtz's latest, I mean, he says this pretty much every time he talks about these microfiber cloths, because a lot of people use these in their creative spaces. They'll use these for cleaning stamps and, you know, just cleaning stuff in the studio, wherever you create, and he can't even touch them, which makes me laugh. Of course, I can't touch a dead mouse either, so there you go. Command hooks. I love command hooks. These are great. Jumbo utility hook. That'll be nice for, yeah, I'll enjoy that a lot. A claw drywall picture hanger. It's a claw. So I guess you push it into the wall. Okay, gotcha. I see. So that's going to go into the wall. Post-it notes. Oh, how funny. 4 emoji post-it notes. Look. Look at those. Now, who could not enjoy emoji post-it notes? Another microfiber electronics cleaning cloth. You know, if I had Tim Holtz's address, I would send him this in an envelope, unmarked, no return address, just for the sake of just a little torture. Yeah, I wouldn't. No, I really wouldn't. I know. Hi, Barb. You either can deal with the microfiber things or you can't. Janet says call her an oddball and we're all good. I would never call you an oddball, ever. I love this kind of tape. This is the kind of tape that I buy for shipping purposes. Oh, little tiny mini Scotch Brite lint roller. This won't last too long, but in my studio space, but this would be good to have in the car, actually. because if you have a cat, like I have a cat, shh, don't tell. Don't call him. If you have a cat like I do, you go out of the house, you get in the car, and then you look at yourself and you go, oh man, I wish I had some Scotch tape or a lint roller. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about if you have animals, especially cats. Hello, heaven-bound Jessica, right? The karma for the glitter bomb. That's karma for a glitter bomb. I know. You're right, Judy. I won't. I would never. But it is fun to think about. I like these Scotch Brite things. I do use these. I really do like those a lot. Scrub dots. I have no idea what this is. It must be it's a heavy duty scrubber. I've never used those before. Okay. Scotch Brite, more scrub dots. I don't have to buy any of these for a while. That's great. I have a friend. I shouldn't tell you this, but I think it's funny. I have a friend who buys sponges like this, but the family will not stay out of them, and so the storage place for these is in the bedroom, in the headboard above the bed. try not to laugh. I can't. I laugh to myself because I think that is a funny place to put something to keep people from finding it. Although I think I must have a few things like that too. But it does make me laugh. It does make me laugh. Oh, clear waterproof bandages. Oh, that's nice. Look at the shape of those. Isn't that a funny shape? I've never seen that shape before for bandages. I know, funny, right, you guys? A box full of stuff. This stuff is good. Oh, Claudia. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Claudia. I've got you confused with Jessica. I wonder what's her screen name? I don't remember. Super hold tape. Well, that's what everybody needs, is super hold tape. Sometimes you do need that. Oh, there's some more of these. That's good. Easy eraser. Oh, these must be like Mr. Clean erasers. Those things, I bet these are good. Okay, what else do we have? Ultra insect repellent. Ooh, there you go. I wonder if this has any horrible stuff in it. Let's see. Looking for the ingredients. It's here somewhere. It's telling you what to do in case you get it in your eyes and stuff. It must have the bad stuff in it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, it has DEET in it. Yeah. So, got to be careful with this stuff. But, you know, sometimes there's nothing that'll keep those critters off of you other than the bad stuff. Scotch. Custom fit felt pads. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them in there. I bet I can find some stuff to use that with. Like, I might put those on something and jelly plate print with them. Right? Am I right, people? Oh, let's see. Pod plugs. Pod plugs. Okay. All right. So these must be like noise dampening. Right? Is that what it's for? Earplugs. Yep, earplugs, but you don't lose them because they're on a string. Okay. Hi, MNW. Hey, River City Deborah. My place is going to be clean, Cigna. It should be. Golly, I need to clean. Ugh, my house is a wreck. You wouldn't think it would be. Janet said she'd be afraid to look in someone's headboard. Right? I think that must be why that's the secret hiding place. I don't have a headboard, or I'd probably be sticking stuff in there too. Hey, Jamie. Oh, shoot. Good to see you, Jamie. Earplugs. I sure used the heck out of mine when the brain was weird. Ah, interesting. Post-its. Oh my goodness, I can't believe, look at all the great Post-its. I do love me some good Post-its. I do love me some good Post-its, don't you? Okay, so that's the end of the box. So you guys, I don't know where this came from. I mean, I would guess you can order it someplace. But what a fun gift that is. So I thought I would show it to you because if any of you are trying to figure, this is really for if you don't know somebody real well, or you are looking for the gift for the person who has everything, which is not me, but you know, whatever. Yeah, that's kind of a fun gift, don't you think? So I thought you guys might enjoy seeing that. So to my niece, in case you're watching, which she might be, thank you. Again, what a fun gift that was. Yeah, 3M sponsored it. 3M. It was fun, wasn't it? Okay, so let's get a drink and make a terrible face because it's unsweetened cranberry juice. Delish. I bet y'all wish you had some with me. I bet you wish you were sharing some of this with me. Tart. Okay. You know, I'm in the mood to do nothing. I'm in the mood to do nothing. So I thought what we would do is play. How does that strike you today? Ooh, I'm a poet and don't know it. I have a couple of different jelly plates here. Jelly Arts brand. One has been used quite well, and the other one's brand spanking new. I don't know which one we're gonna use. So these are the Jelly Arts brand. I have mostly Jelly Arts jelly plates. They are a permanent gelatin printing plate. Kellyanne, I feel you. Yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes. I have not cracked out a jelly plate in a long time. Hi, Sharon. Good to see you. So I have a 5x7, which is brand new. So it's in the package, but it is so clear because it's never been used. And this is a 6x6. And you can see it's tinted a little bit. I have mostly the Jelly Arts brands. I do have one of the Gel Press plate brand. Most of the ones I have are the Jelly Arts brand. And what I thought we would print on today is square card bases. It could be great and it could go horribly wrong because it has been so long since I have done any jelly plate printing. And you do kind of need to find your way again, you know, every time. Alicia, hello. Good to see you. Are you on your lunch hour? I hope. So I think we're gonna play around with the 6x6 square plate. Obviously, if it's 6x6, it's square, right? We'll play with that, and then if I decide that I want to crack out the other one, the brand new one, I will. All right. So let us take a look here. Oh, thank you, Jan. You are so sweet. She gave me I forgot what it's called. Anyway, a contribution of whatever it's called. There's a name for it, but it's just totally flown out of my head. For the Happy Holidays tuna and illicit liquid fun top up from the Quail Hill Bears. Jan is a sweet lady. Thank you, Jan and Mr. Bear. Super chat, thank you. Oh, goodness. Every once in a while, stuff just goes out of my head. Do you guys ever have that? You guys ever have it where it just go bloop right out of your head and then it's like, oh, that was... Yeah, anyway. Okay. So, I'm going to zoom in here a little bit so you can see a little bit better. This is a 6x6, as I said. And the card bases that I have are, let us see, they're white and they're pre-scored, and I think they're 5x5, 5.5 by 5.5. So they'll fit on here, so we can print edge to edge on the cards. Of course, then you have to get it the right way around and stuff, you know. Hello, Christine. Good to see you. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that is funny. That's the best ever. Sherry says her cardiologist says I corrupted my noun file when I lose words. That is the best. Corrupted noun file. That is so true. I was visiting yesterday with a friend of mine. I had coffee with 2 different people yesterday, if you can believe that. By the end of the day, I was like, whoa, wired. Anyway, I had coffee with her. She was losing words. Not many, believe me. But she lost some words, and I said, isn't it amazing how many people it takes to fill in the words, to fill in the gaps for some of the things that we want to say? And we were laughing about it. Anyway, all right, so that's what I have to print on. And the other thing I have is off to the table beside me is I have a big pad of multimedia, mixed media paper, multimedia, whatever it's called. What is it? Mixed media? Canson mixed media paper off to the side so I can clean off the brayer. And I have some texture tools, so we'll take a look at those. I did not get any stencils out. I just got out some texture tools. So this is a Martha Stewart texture tool, which is dirty because I didn't clean it the last time. Yeah, Barb. Jan says, Barb, just say you don't know the English word for it. That way folks think you're bilingual. There you go. I am bilingual. It is English and non-speaking bilingual, right? Sign language, the kind that goes, that kind of, yeah. Anyway, so there's this. It's a paint edger or something. I thought that might make some interesting marks. It's obviously never been used, so we need to break it in. Hot pad from Walmart or something, one of those silicone hot pads. I have a piece of packing paper that had some really cool texture. I thought, well, we'll see what that does. And hi, Cindy. Good to see you. If I miss speaking to you, please know that I'm really glad that you're here. I am so glad you're here. This is bubble wrap that's been well loved. And then in these little bags, I have some die cut. This is die cut stars. And some of them, most of them are Tyvek. And this is just a bunch of triangles for trees that are also Tyvek. Some of them are just triangles, like this one is not a tree shape, so we'll just put those away because I probably won't use those. I'm more interested in the trees. So these are just tree shapes. I actually at one point went through all of my jelly plate printing things and I organized all this stuff. I'm sure that this printing section right here, right now, is going to mix it all up. Except I didn't get out very much stuff this time. So I just have various big triangles. These other triangles are going to go back into the plastic bag because I don't want to use those. I just want the tree, kind of the long tree shapes. And Tyvek, if you have Tyvek, which is a kind of an indestructible sort of building material and also used for mailing labels, if you have that at your disposal, like you can order this stuff. Joggles has it, I believe, in a couple of different weights. Sometimes you can get it on a roll. Sometimes you can get it in mailing envelopes. If you go to an office supply place or probably Amazon, you can get the white ones. In the United States, you should be able to go into the post offices and be able to get some there that they have for shipping. You should be able to go in and get some, but don't go in there and get, tons of them. That's not a good idea. So these are all die cut stars to use for different things. So I have a whole bunch of those. And that's that. So that's what we have, okay? All right. So we'll see what we can do. Shall we? You loved the puffy stars on the previous stream. Oh, good. Good. They are those little puffy streams. See, when somebody says something and then I'm thinking, then I combine it all together and go puffy stream instead of puffy stars on the stream. Those little puffy stars that we did Monday night, I did those. That was just a quickie. I try to show that every year, or at least every other year, the little stars made from a strip of paper. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back to the stream that was on the, I don't know, 12th? Monday, whatever it was. I think it was the 12th maybe. They're just strips of paper, and then I showed you how to fold them and squash them to make them puff up to make a puffy star. And you can write something inside. And we talked about different things that you can write inside those stars, which are a really great thing to do. I think they're wonderful. And you'd think it would be really easy to come up with 365 things to say about somebody, or even just 52 for one a week rather than one a day. It's kind of challenging, so but it's a great thing to do for somebody. All right. I'm going to see here what the really bad part about this is my paint cart is full. I forgot to clear off the paint cart. I'm going to find some greens, so give me a second because I didn't get that done. Yeah, let me clear off my paint cart here just a second. Oh, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Okay. I'm just looking for some different colors of paint. And I don't even see my favorite color. So we'll use this one. Okay. I don't know where it is. Anyhow, all right, we got some greens. I do have gloves and a bottle on my hands, so possibly I won't have so much trouble getting paint off my hands. Hi, CB. Hi, Helen. Good to see you all. CB, I showed your card. Thank you so much for the card that you sent. It's beautiful, as always. Okay, you guys. Let's see if I can remember how to print on my jelly plate. Now, this is a teensy little jelly plate. It's only 6 by 6. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to put down some paint. Okay, we're just going to paint. We'll see if I can not overload the plate. Oh, who knows how well this will work, you guys. I don't know. Let us see. Let us see. All right, that may already be way too much, but let's see what happens, shall we? This plate hasn't been used for a while, so it's probably going to rebel about its usage. Yeah, the paint's trying to beat up on the plate. You know, oh well. You know, is what it is, you guys. Is what it is. Okay, so I'm just going to put some texture on this plate, just because. Let's just put some. I'm just going to go ahead and print on this because I don't know if this is going to print well or not. Because the paint is really trying to beat up on it. Oh, that gave some great texture. So paint that beads up on the plate gives you great texture. And I got a little bit of texture in addition from the bubble wrap that I barely touched it with. So that turned out pretty well. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. All right. I'm going to get some deli wrap, deli papers to pull off the rest of the paint. when you don't use them and they do this, how do you fix it? I think you clean it with what? I forgot. Soap and water or something. I don't know, because it doesn't bother me, so I don't care. I don't care if it beads up. So I don't know. Maybe somebody in the chat that has done that. Recondition with mineral oil. Okay. Hi, Joni. There you go. I don't worry about it, so it doesn't matter to me. Okay, I'm going to do a few more with this because I need the background to... Whoop, that was a lot. So we won't put... Oop, that was a lot. That could have been too much. Let's use a different color. It doesn't bother me, so I don't care what it is. I don't care what it does. I feel like whatever the plate does, it, it is what it is. And I find that fascinating to see what it does. So, yeah. Okay. So I'm going to just texture it. I'm just trying to get some background color on here. So whatever I do, I'm printing off on the big piece of paper that's off to the side. All right. So and no matter how hard I try, I will end up with paint inside the card. So if that kind of thing bothers you, then and if you happen to get a card from me, just know that it doesn't bother me. Therefore, it will show that way. Let's see if I can pick up some more paint out here. Okay, we're pretty good. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, so there's that one. We all have the thing about this is we all have our preferences for how tools are used and all that stuff. And sometimes there are some people that want this jelly plate super clean. I tend to clean the jelly plate when I'm all done with the session of working with it, just because I teach classes and so forth, and basically I need to have predictable results, and that's one of the beauties of the jelly plate, is that you don't have predictable results. I mean, I guess some people, if this was your main tool in your arsenal of creative stuff, then you could get it down to a science where it was predictable. Well, I don't care about that. And I need it to start usually with a clean plate so that I can replicate it for a class. But if I'm just working on stuff myself, I don't care. It doesn't bother me if it's unusual. More than anything, I just like the plate to be clean because I don't like putting dirty stuff away. It's like stencils. I like my stencils to be I do like my stencils to be clean, mostly. Some people don't care about that. It's just all in what you get used to, how you get used to working and what you enjoy doing. Okay, so I've got a couple more colors of paint. I'm just using different greens that I have here, so you do need to work kind of quickly when you're working with a jelly plate, because the paint does start drying pretty fast. Let's use that piece of paper thing that we had. Hi, Rhonda. So we're just going to put this down and kind of pat that. Well, that's kind of cool. Let's just pick that up the way that is. Maybe, here, let's use this thing in the spots. where there wasn't anything. I don't know if it'll work, if it'll do anything to it. Who cares, right? All right. So if you have any questions or comments, be sure you put them in all caps in the chat. That way I have a better shot at seeing what you're asking. Hello, Sharon. Now that's pretty cool. I have to say, that's pretty cool. And that came from this is packing paper. It's kind of like corrugated cardboard, but it's embossed paper basically. That's pretty cool. I don't have any idea what that was in. Yeah, but anyway, there's that. Okay, let's print the rest of these cards. So I'm doing these all in green because we're going to do trees with them. And I'm just trying to get a variety. So we have this one, and then this one, and then this one. Okay? So we have 3 different ones because I've used 3 different combinations of greens. Rhonda, I haven't had my jelly plate out, any of my jelly plates out, in probably over a year. I don't remember having used them for anything. And so I am using pre-scored, pre-sized, pre-scored cards. That I bought at the local craft store. Alright, I don't think any of this will come off, but if it will, we'll take it off. No, see, it's not coming off. It's drying on the plate. Yeah, I have all of my jelly plates in the cabinet. They're all in the cabinet. I have quite a few. I have the big one. You know, here's the deal. When I bought my first jelly plate, I thought, it took me a long time to get it because I thought, oh, they're expensive. Jelly plate's expensive. Right? So I got the 8x10. I thought yep, of all the jelly plates, you know, I really debated. This is, I don't know how many years ago now. And I thought, you know, well, that's the most usable size for me, right? And, whew. Anyway, that's the most usable size for me. So I'm going to get that one. And I did. It wasn't very long before they came out with the round ones. And I'm like, oh, if you knew how much I like circles, you would know how that appealed to me, right? So I bought the circle jelly plate. It was an 8-inch circle, I think, is what I bought. And then they came out with a 4-inch. And then they came out with another one and another one and another one. Next thing I knew, I had pretty much all of them. Then they came out with the giant one, you know, the giant jelly plate, 11 by 14, or I don't know, whatever it was, big. So I decided to buy that one because I like to print on fabric a lot. Haven't done that in a long time either. And I like printing on fabric though, and I did quite a bit of that at one point. So I bought the circle one. Because it just does something special, you know, that the rest of them don't. And so I got that one. I don't know. Then they came out with mini ones, little tiny shaped ones. And I'm like, for crying out loud, people, you got to stop. You got to stop. You're killing me here. Anyway, I had to buy those. Then they came out with more shaped ones. And then, don't you know, they came out with a 9 by 12. So you could use 8.5 by 11 paper or cardstock on the 9 by 12, and you didn't have the white edge around it, which the white edge, quite frankly, doesn't bother me, but you know, sometimes you'd like to have edge to edge printing. Yeah, so I ended up, the 9 by 12 one, though, the Jelly Plate Company sent to me, which was very kind of them to do. And so they sent me that one when it was new. And so that was nice. Well, everything except this one little spot, which probably can't get, I probably can't get that even remotely. No, that's all right. It's going to just be what it's going to be. And we'll do something else. So that was that one. 12 by 12 and 6 by 6. Yeah, the one I have that's the big one is actually is the Gel Press brand, and it's not a square, I don't think. I don't know. Anyway. And then I was at Michael's one day, and they had the 5 by 7, and I'm like, ugh, for crying out loud. I think that's the only one I didn't have, so I had to buy that. Yeah. The only way I can justify it is that the only way I can justify this is because I use all of the plates in various classes. Because there's a thing in my head that says, girl, you've got to justify everything you do. Oh, anyway, I don't think that's true, but it's, you know, sometimes you get that feeling. Yeah, sometimes you get that feeling. All right. Okie doke. So all we're doing here is just doing backgrounds for the moment. And just getting a little bit of texture on the background. Okay. Okay, let's use this, whatever this is, right? Because we can. Well, I didn't go over far enough. Because I'm trying to print edge to edge on the front of these card bases. Anybody have any questions? Dorothy says 12 by 14. No eat, that's the size. That is the size I have. Thank you. No eat knows. See, no eat knows what I have. I don't know how you guys keep track of myself better than I keep track of what I have. You guys do. Dorothy has lots of different sizes, including a very large one that she uses to print fabric. What size is your big one, Dorothy? I'm glad I'm not the only one that has more than one jelly print. Oh, well, see, this is not pretty here. That's okay. We're going to pretend it is and keep moving. So this thing doesn't give you much texture, but it gives you a little bit, you know. It's good enough. Good enough. Moving on. Good enough. Moving on. Who knew that you could get so many different colors of green with only 6 bottles of green paint? Yeah. All right, let's keep going. Let's do a few more. How many more do I have here? Let's do all these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 or 10. Let's do it, shall we? Maybe we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll do this many in greens, and then we'll do the rest of them in golds. Yellow and gold. A3. I don't know what that is, Dorothy. You know I'm American. Americans are stupid when it comes... This American is stupid when it comes to European sizes of paper and cards and stuff. Okay, let's see. Maybe we'll add a little bit of whatever this is, light ivory into the screen just for something different, shall we? We will. And if you don't have access to a plate to buy one, you can always make one. There are different recipes for them online. You can check out Lindsay the Frugal Crafter. I know there are other... Well, this is going to be interesting to see if anything comes out of this. Oh, it does. Okay. There are different artists online, YouTubers, and so forth, that you can find recipes for plates. And some people love making their own. I'm not going to do that. Honestly, I'm just not. I'm going to put a little bit of this in here, which probably is a mistake, but you know, oh well. What is it Dina Wakely says? Oops, oh well. I just want to get some kind of patchy looking color. You know, not all the same color. Let's do this one again, because this turned out really well. This is just packing paper of some kind. Once this gets full of, I have a bunch of pieces of this, and once it gets full of texture, or it gets full of paint, this thing, I'll use it in, you know, use it in whatever I want to use it in. Like mixed media stuff. Tear it up and use it. A3. Okay, this isn't helping me at all. Oh, okay, so it's almost... Noit says it's 11.693 by 16.535. Okay, well, that's a little closer. A3 is double of A4 copy paper. Doesn't help. You guys crack me up. You think I'm smart enough to know those things? I'm not. Yeah. You guys that know, that can work back and forth between metric and the American system, my hat's off to you. Well, that turned out pretty cool. Gave it some interesting texture. That could be really cool. I don't know what it'll do, but hey. Okay, let's put some... let's go back to this one. 22 by 16. Whoo! That's a big thing. My goodness. 22 by 16. What's the American system called? I'm really showing my stupidity now. What's it called? Oh, I'm getting a little too happy with the paint now, you guys. I'm going to have to take a little of this off. Got a little happy with the paint. Alright. Let's go back to some bubble wrap. Not metric. So it's metric or not metric. That's what CB says. CB, I'm telling you, you're a girl after my own heart. It has a name. What is it? Somebody in the chat will put it in there. Bye, Barbara. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Thank you for being here. This came off the bubble wrap, so we'll get rid of that. Do you know how much I can't have bubble wrap anywhere in the studio? Did you guys know that? Because if I have it anywhere in the studio, Chance pops it. Yeah. One time, Race sent him bubble wrap in a box. He loved it. Chance loves bubble wrap. Yes, he does. There you go. So that's another one. Imperial, that's what it is. I knew there was a word for it. I knew there was a word for it. All right, we're going to just put a thin coating of this paint on here, which is probably not thin enough, and we're going to see if we can clean off the plate here, because I'm getting a buildup of some crap that is not going so well. All right, maybe we can clean it off on this. Let's see. Sometimes I'm really good at cleanup prints, and sometimes I am terrible at cleanup prints. It's a good thing I don't care. Oh, Chance loves them. And here's the funny thing about Chance. He has 3 teeth, and I'm not kidding. 3 teeth in his head, okay? They're the big ones, the canine teeth or whatever they're called. They're the big teeth, and he has 3. So if he gets the bubble wrap on the two that line up together, it's all good for him. It's all good for him, because then he can really pop them. The rest of the time, he's just gumming the bubble wrap, just gumming it, and sometimes he can still pop them. Okay, so what I got here was, I did get most of that paint pulled off the plate, so that's good. And this kind of stuff like this, these prints like this, I love to use for all different kinds of things, whether it's on the deli paper or, you know, regular copy paper. So, okay, we got one more to do. Let's see, what shall we do? Let's go back to this combination, because I like this. This is like the first one we did, I think. I'm being spammed on my phone. I'm going to have to, again, I don't know how people get my number and insist on spamming me. I have it silenced so you guys don't hear it, but how do they do that? Anybody know? So if I get distracted every once in a while, you'll know what's happening. It's like, oh, it's just the spammer again. Okay, let's go back to this texture tool. Yep, good point, Gail. Good point. Regular copy paper is A4, so A3 is double of that. I thought A4 was a different size. Am I wrong? I could be wrong. I know very little about that stuff. Okay, so there's that one. Okay. Alright, this has got a couple of hunks of paint here. Must have come off the brayer, so we're just going to pull those off while they're wet. I'm going to have to clean off my brayer because I've got some chunks of paint on it. But anyway, there's that one. Okay, that's all the green ones we're going to do. I'm going to get a baby wipe and see if I can clean off. Look what I did to my baby wipe container. Punched a hole through it. Yeah, I did that with my thumb. It's like, well, I don't know that I'm that strong. I think the plastic must just be brittle. What do you think? Yeah. If the hunks don't come off, I'll be switching to a different brayer, because it's got, sometimes when you get chunks, it doesn't work on the plate very well. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to switch brayers here. We'll work with it a little bit longer and see what happens. If it works, great. If it doesn't, we'll say never mind. Okay, let's go to some golds and yellows. What do you think? Let's see. We have cadmium yellow. We have yellow. Those are too close to the same color. Let's go to something else. There's not much left in this. Pineapple. And this is what? Straw. And this should be yellow ochre antique gold. Okay, let's try these. Pineapple. I don't know if there's anything left in this at all. Don't think so. We'll toss that and try again. Let's go to this one, lemon yellow. Yeah, it does, Dorothy, for sure. And that's exactly what that one did. It just went brittle. Okay, come on. Let's have some paint. Look, it's going to go and make a big old splurt, you know? Well, it's because the paint is coagulating. So this may or may not work at all. Yeah, this this is almost a brand new bottle of paint that's gone haywire. So we'll put some white in with it. Let's see if we can make it do something, shall we? You think this is going to work? I say no, probably not. Okay, let's texture it with this hot pad thing. All right, and let's, oh, I should have folded some of these cards up. Good thing they're pre-scored. All right, so this will give us a chance to use some of the star masks, and then we have some tree masks to use. So this one gave us some yellow and some green because it cleaned off the green off the plate. So that's cool. Not bad. And that yellow that's marginally terrible actually printed. This one, lemon yellow. Let's see if we can shake it up. Hey, Amber. Good to see you. Trying to shake up this paint to see if I can combine it. Maybe get something out of it other than the thick stuff. All right, let's try again. Think? What do you think? A little bit. Still so thick I can't control the amount that comes out. Oh well. Too bad, so sad. You're sorry you're late. It's okay. It is a-okay, a-okay. Oh, that bottle of paint. I better use that up or toss it because it is not going to last. It won't last another month. That is for dead certain. The sheet that I'm brayering off on is looking great, by the way. All right, let's do this one again because I really love this texture. This, of everything I've done today, has been my favorite thing, is this packing paper. It's been my favorite. All right, this is great to have some card bases. Then we'll come back and we'll just see what I'm planning to do. And I will do some of it today. I won't get it all done, I'm sure. But what I'm planning to do is to put these backgrounds on and then come back with the masks for the trees and the stars. And mask those shapes out. And then come back and detail things with pens. So maybe what we'll do, how about this? We will continue putting backgrounds together here today, and we'll see if we can do a couple of masked things, because it's 2:30 here. We'll try and do a couple of masked pieces, masked layers, better way to say it, a masked layer. And then Monday night, if I can get my act together and I come back hopefully to stream on Monday, then we'll do the detail stuff. Then, does that sound good to you guys? What do you think? Good night, nurse. This is the yucky old acrylic paint booger. Don't you love paint boogers? No. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to. All right. I should show you what I'm doing, huh? So the paint was, I'm gonna have to invest in some new paint, you guys. Because my paint is sorely in need of refurbishing. Let's try this one. Golden straw. All right. Let's see about, oh, this is a new bottle of paint. Of course it is. Well, at least it should be good, huh? It should be good. Since it's been sealed up, at least it's shaking, so we'll see. Can't remember whether these have a seal. No. All right, we're good. Let's go. Let's go. Hi, Andrea. Good to see you. All right. How many times can I say that word? It's like saying, so. Oh my goodness. When I first started recording, did I ever tell you? I think I did, but maybe it bears repeating. I don't know. The first recording I ever did, it's quite a few years ago now. I got to quick do something on here because this paint is claggy, as it were. Race wanted me to start recording classes because he thought I had some potential. And he knew how much I love teaching. I've always loved teaching, whatever. Didn't matter what it was. I've loved teaching. I've taught lots of things from painting to piano to doll making to, sewing. I've taught lots and lots and lots of things over the years. And he knew how much I loved doing that. And so he thought that it would be great for me to do that online. And so he was going to help me do that. Well, this was back when the cameras used little tapes. Okay, so this is a while back. So you had to put the tapes in the camera. It was an expensive camera that we had back then. They're still expensive, but they're just not quite as outlandish as they once were. And so we were going to use that camera, and he was going to come home and he was going to help me. And so I was supposed to get ready to do this, and everything was supposed to be in 10-minute segments or something like that. I don't even remember. It's too long ago. Anyway, I was supposed to have everything together, and I had to make the clapper, the clapper, because we had multiple cameras filming at one time. And I had a microphone on that was a cord that was connected to one of the cameras, I think, as I recall. I could be wrong. It's been too long ago. Anyway, so I had the microphone on a cord, and I had I was in a space that was incredibly cramped because of the equipment I had around me. This is years back, okay? Years ago. So I have all this equipment, and so I can hardly move. I've got a camera over my shoulder. I literally can't move. I am so hemmed in. So, of course, there's no prayer of me getting up to go get anything. So I had to make sure I had everything there and everything ready. And I knew exactly what I was going to do. And I had a timer running so that I knew how much 10 minutes was and what I had to cover in 10 minutes. Let me just tell you, it was not fun. It was not fun. And I had practiced, trying to do the class thing. I practiced it, and I knew what I was supposed to say. And I've not done this in front of a camera before. I've only done teaching at this point, that live groups. And I'm looking for another bright yellow. Here we go. It's a brand new bottle. Let's see if this bright yellow is good. Should be. Anyway, so I'm not used to teaching to a camera. Now it's fine. I have no problem talking to a camera because I just pretend I'm talking to you. Like you're my person, that you're in the room with me. But then when you're used to only teaching to a live group of people and you're used to interaction with people, is a whole different thing. Anyway, I digress. So I'm supposed to have this all together. And he comes home. And I am so stressed by the time he comes home because he's taking his time coming from California to help me do this, to launch this thing, to make sure that, it's going to work and everything. So he's coming from California to help his poor mother. Yeah. Oh, goodness. So he comes in, and it is a serious endeavor, right? And he's going to have to edit all this stuff. So he's trying to keep the editing to a bare minimum. And I am so stressed by the time he gets here. How many times can I tell you that? It's so true. He gets here, we get everything set up. I am so hemmed in by camera equipment and microphones and everything. And he walks in, and he's got on his directorial hat, and I have the clapper and the, all the stuff, and I have to clap the thing, and then I have to put it down without making noise, and I have to be careful that I don't make a bunch of table noise and all this. I mean, I have 50 rules that I have to follow this day. Plus I had to have on makeup, plus I had to have the right color clothes so that it didn't upset the camera, because you know how color can upset a camera. So I had to have, makeup done, TV makeup done, hair done, the whole bit. So there's that one. I'll show all these to you here in a minute. So I had to have all this stuff done, and it was, I got ready for this, to do this thing for an hour. I know, Andrea, he is. It was hours getting ready to do this thing, and finally got it ready. And then I have to have all of my samples in step outs because, I got to do like the TV cooking shows, so I have all the step outs. So I'm going to do this, and then the next segment I pick up that thing and I continue it, and then I put that and I pick up the next. The pressure. Okay. Whoops, dropped my bottle paint. Hold on a minute. Bottle paint went under the table. So we're ready to go. Okay, Claus Man's doing something. I don't remember what he was doing, but he was in the studio. Race is in the studio. I'm in front of the cameras. Okay, you got the picture, right? It is, Rhonda. It is hard to get out of the habit of saying certain words. Man, oh man, do I know. So Race has his directorial hat on, and he's counting down, and he's like, "Are you ready? Are you ready?" And I'm terrified. I'm not ready for anything because I am mortified about teaching to this camera. You know, teaching to an inanimate object. So you kind of got the picture. It is a deal, man. It is a deal here, you know. So I have more yellows that I put down here on this plate. I will show you. And I have just textured it with this honeycomb silicone hot mat thing. Hot pad. Okay, ready? Anyway, so I am ready as I can be, and I'm so nervous and I'm so upset, trying not to be upset. I'm trying, and he's going, are you ready to have a good time? Now, you're just gonna, and he's directing me like he would direct actors, because that's the world he is in. Well, his mom is not an actor, nor is she a television anything, and nor does she have any comfort level at this point about cameras or talking to people or, you know, doing one thing and you know, talking and not having dead air time. I wasn't familiar with any of that. I had no comfort level with any of that at all. I'm gonna get some green paint off here just because. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, so you got the picture of what this situation is like. We have only 2 more of these to do, and then we'll do some masks. No Eat says she's still mortified before every video. No Eat, you are the best. You are the best. You do a great job with your videos. If you don't subscribe to No Eat's channel, you should. Please do. I'm just telling you. You'll be glad you did. Yeah, exactly. Gail says she had a situation in her life that it reminded her about, you know. Okay, so I'm all ready, I think. I am strapped in, basically. I am hemmed in. I cannot move because of the way we were doing it. Remember, this is years back, okay? This is years back. I don't think I even had a webcam. I don't remember. It's been too long ago. Years back when things were not easy to do back then, okay? Just not easy. So he's like, you got the clapper, we're ready. We did a kind of a fake dress rehearsal kind of thing, you know, just without the cameras. And so he said, okay, that's pretty good, but this time I want you to relax a little bit more. I'm like, relax my foot. How do you relax in this situation? Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. So here we go. Yeah. So here I am ready to do this. And so he's going, okay, get the clapper ready. So we get the clapper ready, and then he's counting me down. He's counting me down, and then I didn't clap right. So we had to start over. So you have to rerun the tape, because this is preceding doing digital, right? So it's not even digital, it's on tapes that then have to be, you know, you have to get the information off of the tape. And I think he had to have a special piece of equipment to play the tapes into the computer or whatever. I don't remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It was a whole deal. It was a whole deal. Yeah. So I'm just getting some chunks off of this. I have definitely a buildup of chunky paint happening here in some places. There's this one. I have one more to do in the yellow tones. Okay, so the buildup is killing you. The suspense is killing you. I know about how this this came out. We're going to do one more print of the yellows. Let's do it. Let's come down here and we'll do it together. So I have one more print to do because I have one more card base, and then I'll have quite a few. quite a few cards here, which I use a lot of cards, so I'm grateful to have them, believe me. Except that if you send just the card, it does cost more. So you do have to know that if you send square cards, it costs you more money because they say that they have to hand cancel them or some craziness. All right, so we got that. This could be messy because this one's got some thick paint on it. Oh well. Okay, so back to the moment of the 3, 2, 1 clap, and the cameras are rolling and all the lingo is correct, and you know, everything. It's the moment, people. It's the moment. It's the real deal, right? And the minute that I clapped the thing, I burst into tears. That's it. No lie. It is the absolute truth. Burst into tears. Could not. I mean, it wasn't just tears rolling down my face. It was instantaneous from 0 to the Oprah ugly cry. Race had invested so much in this moment. So had I. So had his dad. And the person who is the on-screen person referred to as the talent in entertainment, in the recording, movie, whatever, TV world, bursts into tears. Race probably thought he broke his mom. No, he was frustrated with his mother, though. I will tell you that. He was mightily frustrated with his mama. And he immediately went into damage control, trying to calm me down, because he knew that he knows me well enough. By this point, we had done recording projects before. We recorded my book together. You know, we had done a lot of things, a lot of projects together remotely. And so he knows pretty much how to work with me. But this was a different process than we had used before. And I know he was thinking, oh, good grief. Another crying female I have to deal with. I'm pretty sure it was something like that, you know, that was going on in his head. I can't say that I blame him, poor guy. And I'm like, I'm not a professional. I don't know how to do this. I'm trying so hard and I'm so tired, and I have 101 excuses for why this has not worked. And I was so self-conscious in front of him and in front of his dad, in front of myself. I'm self-conscious because I'm in front of myself. And I'm trying to, there's no one that's going to hear this but me, right? At this point. I mean, it's not going out to the world because it's got to be approved by everybody before it goes out into the wherever it's going to go. Oh man, it was the most miserable weekend or whatever we spent. It was terrible. It was awful. I was horrible. Everyone was frustrated because I couldn't keep my emotions under control. That's where I started, you guys. That's where I started. Oh, I have to laugh about you have to laugh about stuff like that. But those tapes are lurking somewhere. They're lurking somewhere. And so it would not surprise me at all if someday when Race doesn't have anything else to do, that he will somehow come put some of those together to torture me Don't you think? I may be able to add some water to that one because it's still maybe resurrecting. It may be possible to resurrect that one bottle. Guess who just discovered that I'm talking? Should we take a little break? Should we take a chance break? Shall we have a commercial break brought to you by Chance? What are you doing? Have you been sleeping? Were you sleeping up there? We're going to do a couple of mask pulls here in a second. But we're going to have a Chance commercial. He woke up. Yes, he did. He woke up. Well, hi. Well, hello. Well, what are you doing? Oh, really? Did you have a good sleep? You did? It was great. Oh, it was wonderful. Was it the best sleep you ever had in your whole life? Okay. Well, there you go then. He had the best nap of his life. Did you hear him? Is that a new flannel? No, it's not. It was new last year. I've kind of tried to get away from wearing the flannel shirts as much. Tried to become a little tiny bit classier. It hadn't worked a bit, but you know, every once in a while you try to make yourself feel better than you do. Oh, yes, here he is. Commercial break brought to you cheerfully by yours truly and Chance. Yes, here he is. But thank you, Jamie. He's been asleep. He has been asleep somewhere and not hearing me. He must be losing his hearing too. Muppet is basically deaf, and Charlie was deaf. And Chance must be starting to lose his hearing. Oh man, I hope I don't lose all my hearing. That would be bad news. Whew, that would be terrible. He's a good boy. Can you hear him? He's purring to beat the band. Yeah, so that's how I started on camera. Yes. So any of you who are afraid to turn on a camera and record a video or are afraid to go live, know that you're not alone. Yes. And then, you know, we tried to get Clausman to film videos, and I did film several videos with him, which I'm really glad that I did. Did several videos for YouTube, and I did one or two classes. One class, I think, carving sweet potatoes on HowToGetCreative.com. And I'm really glad I did those recordings with him. Boy, you talk about somebody he was just as gregarious and had fun and laughed and talked and all that. But you turn that camera on and he became stilted and would trip all over his words. And, you know, it's just kind of what we do. Because the camera becomes, hey, Journey. The camera becomes intimidating. I don't know what it is about looking into that little, you know, camera, the camera eye hole or a camera hole that makes you ill at ease, but it does. And you have to look at the camera, not at the monitor like I'm doing now. I'm looking at myself in the monitor, which makes everybody super uncomfortable because you're not looking at them. You're looking at the monitor, and it's so easy to do this and look at yourself in the monitor. So you start looking at the monitor, talking to the people, talking to the audience, and everybody's going, talk to me, look at me, you know. And Clausman had a real hard time with looking at the camera, remembering to do that. He wanted to watch himself, which we all tend to want to do. So Dorothy first went live in 1989 when she had bulletin board. Wow. Yeah, that's cool. Dorothy, Gail had a flip chart. Yeah, I know. It's just different, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So, I don't know that Chance is going to let me work a lot here, but do you think you could get off? Could you sit in my lap? Maybe he'll sit in my lap while I work. Okay, I'm going to get some blues. Because blues will work for both of these, I think. So let's see if I can reach the blues. Some blue paint. Not much in it. Yes. Are you being a good boy today? Did you have a good? I bet you must have been up all night long because it took you a long time to wake up. Were you up? Did you have a bad night last night? I thought you had a pretty good night. He sleeps in the studio. Because you guys, if he didn't sleep in the studio, I'd never get any sleep. I'd never get any sleep whatsoever. Yeah, I wouldn't. No, you can't get on there. That's wet paint. If you want to get off, you can get off. You got off. Okay, so let's take a look at the ones we've done, okay? These are the backgrounds. Now, there's nothing wrong with just jelly plate printing. Here we go. OMG, the cat. Exactly. That was the best comment ever. OMG, that cat. It's like, believe me, I hear you. You can watch me when it's muted. That would be a good thing to do. The great part about jelly prints is that they dry, if you don't use a ton of paint, they'll dry pretty quickly. So that's great. That is really good. Okay. There's nothing wrong with having just the backgrounds, believe me. Nothing wrong at all. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8 gold ones, gold and yellow. Okay. We'll look at the green ones. Camera height is so tiny. There you go, Jamie. If you've never talked just to a camera and have to keep your train of thought and keep your wits about you and keep your, it's so much easier when you get to a point where you just go live, turn on the camera, go live, and just go, just kind of do it off the cuff. I used to put so much time and preparation into these streams when in some ways that was better. 2, 4, 6. We ended up with 8 green ones and 8 yellow and gold ones. Okay? And now what we're going to do is we're going to go and make some trees and some stars. Okay? Just because we can. So I have some star masks and some tree masks. And I have different shapes. I obviously die cut lots of these. Not so many. These were just cut. These were not die cut. These were just cut. All right, which do you want to see first? Do you guys want to do stars first or trees first? You pick. I know I've missed a bunch of stuff in the chat. Dorothy wants to see trees. Okay, we'll do some trees. All right, we'll take the ugliest one of the backgrounds. We'll start with this one and see how it works. We'll start with one that I don't like the most. How about that? Okay, here we go. So I'm going to go back to the jelly plate, which I've kind of cleaned off. Okay. I get another drink of my lovely cranberry juice. Aren't you guys glad that he slept long today? I am. Yeah, I see you. Okay, let's use some blues. Let's use some blues. This is Apple Barrel Aqua Sky. And let's use some of this Uniform Blue. This is old, so this is probably going to come out with just binder. If it does, we'll wipe it off and we'll do something else. I know you guys are so glad that he woke up. You guys are so glad he woke up. I know you are. I know you're glad he woke up. Okay. I'm going to just put some of this texture thing on it. Okay, so we have a little texture. All right, so this is going to have to go this way. All right, so we're going to put the trees down here. We're going to put the trees down here. We'll see how this works, huh? And maybe, well, let's just do 3 to start with. And this one, oh, this one lost his point. His point is up here. That's too funny. Oh, that's okay. Can't get it off right now. Okay, so we got to do it this way. Let's see how it works out, huh? You understand, you guys, that I'm thinking upside down, and that never works very well for me. I know, Chance. So let's see what we got, people. Let's see what we got. Not bad. Not bad. Get some outlines on it. It'll be all right. Yeah. Need a greater contrast in the blues. That's why, between the blue and the green, that's why you do the test print on the one that's the ugliest. Yeah, that's why you do it on the ugliest one. All right, I'm not going to bother pulling that. Let's just go for another one. And if I need to, I'll redo that one. I'll put another layer on it. All right, let's go. Let's do I use on this one? We'll do this one. Oh, this one's not open. Oh, of course it's not. Too easy. Okay, let's do another one. All right, these are going to be too much the same, so let's put a little bit of this one in it. It doesn't bother you, Shu? Well, that's good. It's good that he doesn't bother you, because he does bother some people, but you know, it's the way it is. He's a good boy. He's a lot of company. I'm glad I have him, believe me. Yeah, he's a good boy. I can't have him in the studio, however. I can't have him in running the house at night, however. He has to have his own place. As in, he lives in the studio with the door shut. Because otherwise he'd drive me flippin' crazy. Oh, he'd drive me nuts. Yes, he would. He would tromp all over me at night. I know. Okay, let's go for another one. Let's see how this one turns out. Right, let's see how this one turns out. I didn't texture the blue, so that might be fine. There we go. There we go. Okay. That one's got possibilities. That's why you do one the wrong way. That's why you do this one like this. Right? That's why you do this one like this. Okay. I have an idea. Let's see. Do I want to do that? No, I don't. Let's pull this off. Pull these off. Okay, let's just, for grins and giggles, let's just put this on here and see if we can pull up the trees on this gold one. Of course, I put it on here crooked, so the trees are probably going to be crooked, but, you know, is what it is. Yeah, right. So we'll do something else with that one. Every once in a while you go, oop, that was a mess up. Yeah, whatever. It's paper. It's just paper. You can't get wound up in the result. It's just paper. If it doesn't turn out the way you like it, you know, you just follow the philosophy of Dina Wakley, and you go, oops, oh well, and you put some stencils on it or some stamps, and, you know, just call that thing that you don't like a background layer and put something else on top of it. Put some collage on it. You know, I could collage some trees right down on top of this with some jelly print papers, which is entirely possible, but that's what I'll do. All right, let's do this again. Let's do a little textury. All right, let's put some more trees down. We don't want to use that one. It doesn't have a point. Yeah, let's do a bunch. Let's do a little forest. What do you say? Let's do a little forest. Oh, let's get a little forest. We'll do this one up here, and we'll do this one down here. And we'll do this one hanging off the edge because I'm trying to get them different heights. Not sure I was successful with that, but, you know, hey, is what it is. All right, let's go for this one. Let's see what we get. I had a little rebound on that one, so it's anybody's guess whether that's going to turn out. You do have to tell yourself it's just paper. It is not the end of the world. It is just paper. And just because this is a pre-folded, pre-scored, cardstock card makes no difference. Oh, that's a good one. Look at that, you guys. Now that's a good one. That's a good little forest right there. Don't you think? We can do some fun stuff with that one. All right, we got 2 that are good and 2 that are crappy. But hey, 50% is better than 20%, don't you think? Look, these 2 are good. We got 2 good ones. That one and that one. Yes! You guys, we're on a roll. All right, let's take these off. Take these off. So we got to take these trees off. Aren't you excited? You should be excited. All right, let's take this. Yes, Chance. What are you doing? And let's see if we can pick these trees up. They might or might not. There you go. See? So now we have blue trees on a green background. What? What? All right, let's do this one next. Let's do some... Yes, Chance. Yes. What are you doing? That's a lot of paint, Barb. You kind of got a lot of paint going on there, kid. Okay, let's not go any further than that. Let's put some more trees down. Let's make another forest. What? What? What is it? What? I love it when they do that stuff where they just sit back and they go, oh. I don't know what that noise is that they make. Okay, here we go. You guys ready? All right, let's see what this one looks like. It's this one, okay? It's this ugly looking background. Okay, here we go. All right. Now that turned out pretty well too. Now, I don't know. I like that one. Do you guys like that? I like that one. I like that a lot, actually. Start out ugly. Looks okay. Okay, here we go. All right, let's pick up. Let's just pick up these trees on just this piece of deli paper. This one turned out really, that one turned out pretty cool, I say. Put some, I think we put some detail on that, and then I think that could be cool. All right, so there's what we got in the trees there. Not much. You know, it's all right. Okay. Do you want me to keep doing trees? Oi, anybody want a cat? You want to do some more trees? Anybody want a cat? Shall we do more trees, or do you want stars? Anybody? Anybody? You want stars now? Okay, let's do some stars. All right, let me get some stars. All right, trees over there. We'll do a few stars, and then we're going to call it good for today, because I got some other stuff I got to do this afternoon. Okay. I do like this combination, that combination of the blues, I have to say. Let's do that combination again. Let's do this one. I was surprised that that turned out that well. Okay, yeah, so let's do this. All right. All right, let's give it a little, let's give this a little bit of texture in the blue. All right, let's quickly put down some stars. Whoop, apparently that one wants to live there. That's the thing. That's the thing you got to do with some of this stuff. You got to just, like, if it falls on the plate, you just kind of have to go with the flow, you know. Aren't you glad he woke up, you guys? Aren't you so happy he woke up? Goodness, I know. I know. Everyone is thrilled you woke up, Chance. Just delighted. Okay, we got stars everywhere. Let's go for a gold one before this dries. Let's go for it. This one doesn't matter which way around I do it, but I did it the other way just because. Habit. Alright, let's see if we can get what we can get, you guys. Alright. Cross your fingers. You know, the first tree print turned out like crap, so, you know, this one being the first star print could too. Oh, no, it didn't. It turned out okay. It's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. We can work with that. We can work with that. Not bad. We can work with that. Thumbs up. We can work with that one. All right. Get these stars off. I think we'll just go right over the top of this with another blue. Yeah, it turned out okay. I'm telling you, that was a surprise. All right, let's do some more. We'll do another couple of star prints, and then we're going to call it good for today because I do have to get to work. This isn't the only job for today. Yes, Chance. Yes. All right, that one. Okay, let's do on this other one. Let's do some of that color and some of this color. We'll use several blues. Woo! That was not what I had in mind. You know, sometimes things just don't come out of the bottle like paints in exactly the way you intended for them to. Okay. All right. You just gotta go with it. If you are a perfectionist, folks, jelly plate printing is not gonna be your art form. I am just telling you, it will not be your art form. Okay, let's just do some lines. Okay. Quick, before it dries, let's put some stars on. Okay. We'll do this one, and we'll do this one. And then we'll do some tiny ones. How about that? Just some little tiny ones. I like it when they run off the edge. And it makes them easier to pull off the plate too. Okay, maybe one right here. Okay, well we're just going to let it go like that. Okay, so we're going to do this one. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. Gotta have a drink. We're gonna do one more print after this, and then we're done. So we're gonna do this, and then one more. And then if I can get my act together to be back here on Monday night, which that will be my intention. It's not bad. Yeah, that one turned out okay too. This will be a place where you can put a sentiment or something. It's not bad. It's not bad. We can do it. All right. He's trying to get into the... What are you doing? Who knows what he's doing? He's tromping on stuff because that's what he does. He tromps around on everything. I had plenty of empty space in the studio until about a week ago, and now my tables are getting filled up. Yeah, my tables are getting filled up. Anyway, if I can get my act together to get here Monday night, which I will make every effort to do. So, just pulling the paint off the plate. We'll do the line work and stuff Sound good? Let's do this. And let's do maybe we'll do, yeah, I kind of like this combination of these blues. Okay. This is going to be our final hurrah today. Okay, let's see if we can kind of make this. See if we can make this an artsy-fartsy kind of print. What do you think? Think we can? Can we make it artsy-fartsy? Okay, good enough. Okay, stars at the ready. All right, let's do that one, that one. And then we'll doodle on them and play with them on Monday, hopefully. Okay, here we go. Let's pull one more. Let's do this one on, let's do it on this one. Do it on this one, okay? This one. What? What? Well, the stripes did turn out pretty well on that other one, didn't it? By texturing the blue layer, then you get some of the yellow on the first layer showing through, which is kind of fun to do that too, huh? All right. All right, you guys, here we go. Final one. That's pretty good too. They're getting better. They get better as they go along. Plus, then when you do the line work and the doodling on them, that's when they really come to life. That's always my favorite part, is the when you get into the embellishment, the frosting, as I call it, with gel pens and Posca pens and all that kind of stuff. That's always my favorite thing to do. Always. Chance. You know what? Nobody really wants to hear your mouth. Not really. Yeah, nobody really wants to hear it. Yeah, nobody really cares. They'll tell you that they care, but they really don't. They're just being nice. That's true. Oh, goodness. What a cat. Okay. So that pulled off some of the other gunk. Anyway. Okay. So we have had a pretty successful day of jelly plate printing. We'll run through the samples. So the plate is nice and dirty. I'll clean that off. The brayer is atrocious. It needs a good bath in Murphy oil soap to get it cleaned up. Since I didn't use a whole bunch of stencils, we don't have those to clean up, which is excellent. So here is the first print is this the first one? One of these was the first print we did. I don't even know what it was now. Anyway, there's that one. There's that one, which I like a lot. There's that one, which is reasonably good. And that one, which I like it as well. And then in the star department, we have this one, we have this one, and we have this one so far. And then this was just a screw around print. So this one will have stars or something on it that will change that completely. Anyway, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 decent ones that are usable for doing stuff on. Or printing again, and then I have other ones that I need to redo or do more. 2, 4, 6. We have 8 more that I need to do something on, plus that one. So anyway, you guys, there we go. We have some jelly plate printed things that are ready for embellishment. So, thank you so much for joining me. My glasses are killing my nose today for some reason. You guys ever have that problem? It's like all of a sudden your glasses have been just fine. Everything's been just fine. Then all of a sudden they're like, oh, these are killing my face. I got to get them off. If I could see. If I could see without them, that would be great. Somebody must have whacked my head. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good day. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thank you for your support. Check out HowToGetCreative.com if you like what I do and you want more of what I do. And, yep, that is it for now. I am out of here. Hopefully to be back on Monday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thank you for being here, and I wish you all the best, a wonderful weekend. Be kind to people. You know, lift them up. Don't put them down. Okay? Lift them up. Be kind to them. Encourage people every place you go. You'll be glad you did. All right. My love to all of you. Remember to get creative today because you know it's easy. And I will see you next time. Bye for now, everybody.